Welcome back. So I've interviewed both of you separately, but I think it would be really valuable to hear a little about your experiences of the conscious nomadic lifestyle as a couple.
Well, the first thing I want to say is this guy can drive on any side of the road anywhere on the planet, and I can't, so that's like awesome. We actually can get around. And he has an incredible inner compass. So for me, it's fantastic. I feel like it's very relaxing and very much trust his ability to navigate, especially very complex city systems when we in different languages and can't quite tell what metro you're in. He just seems to know. So that's something I really appreciate about in terms of his travel skills.
Yeah. In terms of what we do though, work-wise, we work mostly separate. We were working independently for quite a few years before we got together, and we continue to do so now. But I think in terms of work per se, we do interact a lot more now because we have an online business that requires both of our inputs simultaneously. And I think on one level, it's awesome to have a partner that you travel everywhere with. It's just such a great thing to have. I've never met someone who just can go to places is always a yes to let's go here. Oh yes. I mean, that's such a great buzz when you get an idea to go somewhere and they just go, yeah, it's just like, all right, how do we do that? Doesn't matter, we'll do it. It's like a really cool thing. I've never had that quite before in a relationship, so that totally rocks. And in terms of the work thing, but there's also the thing with the work. You do have to work pretty closely at times to make sure you're covering, because traveling, like, you do have to become very, very self-responsible in maintaining your health, your financial situation, your logistical situation, many things. I mean, backing up your hard drives and backing up your computer, for God's sake. I mean, that takes a lot of time. File management on a computer, as dicky as it seems, is like, we're screwed if we don't do that. Our business is screwed if we don't look after this little hard drive. We lost a hard drive on an airplane once. We got it back a week later, but man, I thought my life had ended. It was terrible. I was devastated. I mean, so we have major sort of backup sort of redundancy plans. So work, and especially work as a couple, it's something that really demands you to step outside of romantic, wandering, adventurous mode for a period of time. You go, okay, what do we need? What do we need to figure out? How much do we need? Is this possible? Or is this a little bit going a little over our head? And we really do have to step back and let the situation dictate. We have to, again, be a little humble to what the situation's allowing, It's good to push sometimes, but it's good to sort of step back and ask yourself, so is this really what we need to be doing right now,
And just for the record, we're not stuck at the hip. There are moments where we do travel apart and then we meet up somewhere else. So
Yeah,
sometimes
true.
that is often determined by a work choice versus a play choice, because when we want to play, we want to be together. But a work can take us into different countries. The longest we've been apart was 3.5 months. Too long, never doing that again, ever. But knowing that you can travel on your own and be this sovereign person and then be able to travel with someone. So that flexibility of being on your own and doing it and also coming together and doing it, I think it's a fairly unique combination. Not everyone travels well together.
Yeah.
And so we definitely have that down.
Yeah.
And what we love and what happens is we create friends wherever we go. So we never feel like we're actually tourists to an area. We actually feel like we come home to.
Yeah. We don't create a little bubble that we stay stuck in and don't interact with the world. Yeah, as a couple, we sort of break that bubble, the relational bubble as well, often, and come back. I mean, I'm often saying to people, I love being on my own, and I love being with my girl. So I love both. I don't take precedence for one or the other. I really do. It's all good. I'm not clinging to one and trying to prevent the other. I mean, I welcome whatever happens. So if work takes us apart for a month, it's like, cool. Let's enjoy that mode of being in a relationship or non-relationship or whatever it is. And I think the toughest thing is the Skype, the phone bills when we're apart. Yeah, it's like sometimes that's a financial enigma in itself we need to manage.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that you've kind of fallen into specific roles when you're traveling? Whether you're at a party and you're meeting people, or you're in a business situation, how's the flow with that?
I think we're both lovers of life, and so people actually really enjoy both of our company. And we don't have a need to stay attached at a party. We actually like to mix and mingle and meet people, and then we get very excited, like, you gotta come meet my guy, or you can come meet my girl. So we're lovers of people, and maybe the biggest role for me are more the logistical things. There's things that he's just incredible at, and there's things that I'm incredible at, and he really lets me do what I'm good at, and I let him do what he's good at.
Booking flights.
Yeah, that's me.
She's like Melanie. She's like, there. I mean, that stuff, I can't even.
So there's complementary opposites, and we have recognized what those are, and we celebrate them instead of feeling like I have to do everything. Like, let him do what he's good at, and he lets me do what I'm good at.
Yeah. We have blue jobs and
Pink jobs.
pink jobs. So,
And he carries all the heavy luggage.
yeah. I'm a good forklift.
So, what's on the horizon? What's next for you?
We have a big trip planned. We have a lot of travel planned for 2014.
Yeah, so 2014 is going to be Philippines, martial arts in the Philippines,
Possibly dancing in Cuba.
Cuban salsa in Cuba,
Going on to meet some of the last remaining Sequoia tribe elders in the Amazon.
in the Amazon,
And then,
in
of course,
Ecuador and the Amazon.
seeing some family members along the way.
Canada, we'll
Yeah.
sneak some family in there somewhere along the way. Mexico, some the what are the pyramids?
Yeah, Chichen Itza.
The Chichen Itza. Yeah, we've got a pretty definitive plan. We're also going to maybe squeeze in South Africa in there somewhere.
Yeah, we love South Africa.
We love South Africa.
We'll be going
If
back.
everyone has to go to South Africa
Yeah, at
some
least
point.
once.
At least once.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
And just be in the presence of a lion
incredible.
eating an animal. Just or the children of Africa.
The children are
the
amazing.
orphans of Africa. I mean, like, just if there's one thing I recommend anyone do in this life that will actually change them, that we talk about conscious change, for the better. Go to Africa, because you'll really feel what life is about, really, beyond the little iPads and iPhones and Facebook. I mean, just you'll get to a whole new level of understanding this planet when you go there. It's highly essential.
Okay, I'm going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share with, specifically with couples that either are traveling or are thinking of traveling together, working together, being conscious nomads together? I travel with a partner, so I'm open to any insights you have, but anything you'd like to share with the community at large about that?
I think for me, I love having a 2-bedroom place. So we have some separateness that happens because, when you're traveling, you're very close together all the time. And then finding the things that you personally love and doing them separate from your partner because you're so intertwined in traveling. And sometimes you're reliant because you're not speaking the language of the people or whatever. There's just environmental factors at times that keep you together.
Keep you stuck in the bubble. So,
Yeah.
you've got to,
So knowing what you love and not compromising that, like really staying to that, and it will keep the relationship polarized in a juicy sense of the word. And yeah, can I add anything?
I find my girlfriend's shampoo is often better than the shampoo that I buy, so that's one thing. No, that's good. The advice I would say is when you travel, you change. Like we said before, you're consciously always adapting to new things. So it's really unuseful to keep your partner in a fixed mode of perceiving them. You really got to allow your partner to evolve and go through their own spasms of evolution, for whatever they look like, whether they're ecstatic or they're deeply painful. You've really got to create space for your partner to just go, oh, I'm freaking out, like, okay, cool, you're freaking out. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to scorn them. I'm not going to tell them to grow up and get over it. I'm just hold space for them to I mean, you know, like, I'm the freak out guy in this relationship. I'm the emotional bouncy case, you know. So when shit's going down, I'm the one going, ah! And I've never had a partner being able to like hold space for me to just freak out and then get over it and then go, okay.
So can we go eat now?
So let's go eat now. Okay, cool. You know, really, it's really holding space is massively important. And you can only do that when you hold the space for yourself as well. So you need to hold, like Saida says, you need to go off and hold space for yourself and do the things you want to do. Hang out with brothers for myself, hang out with brothers. I want to hang out with Saida, hang out with sisters. She wants to hang out with, and get that juicy time with brothers and sisters that takes you out of that bubble. And then, so you give that to yourself, and then you can give that to your girl, you know, give that to your guy, you know, and that's number one.
And I think also finding things that you love to do together, like actually creating adventure that's co-created, where it's not one person always leading the adventure, but you actually sitting together and going, what would we love, both of us? And taking time away from work or just the cultural expected adventures and doing something that nurtures the connection as well.
Yeah, I really would add to that, like just, and I'm the crap one of this, is like unplugging.
Yes.
Like turning off the computer for a day or 2 days without even looking at it, and just actually going, oh, there's a non-pixelated person here. Like, because that being in the online business, selling online products, you do get sucked into that realm, and it just screws your experience of what's going on around you every day. This beautiful world that's unfolding in front of you. And I know when we went to South Africa, we purposely just got rid of our machines for a couple of weeks, and oh my God, it's like that was a whole new experience of reality. I mean, the graphics. I mean, I've got a Retina Macintosh Retina, but man, I tell you, the graphics out here are way better than on my screen. You know, and it's really, yeah, that's like, that was a big one for the relationship. You really got to see how damaging media, electronic media, can be to a relationship, both an intimate, personal, like sexual relationship, or even just a friend you're meeting at the cafe. Like, just drop that electronics. Just drop them. Just manage to get your head out of them for a while and just put them in their place. Really, that's a major one that we're dealing with right now. I don't think people are really aware of how deeply they're affecting us. You know.
It's a challenge. I know it's a challenge for me, and it's great advice. It's always a battle, because there's always, when you're an entrepreneur and you're on the road, or even when you're not on the road, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's always something. It's sitting right there, and there's always something you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having the capacity to make really clear choices. Like, I'm still going to exercise every day. I only look at the computer. If it's a big project, then of course I need more time, but maybe half a day, and then take the other half of the day to explore the place I'm in, because sometimes you travel somewhere, but you're in your computer, you're not even there. You don't even see it. You don't experience the culture. You don't see anything. And then you fly out, you're like, well, what was that all about? So it's really important to unplug. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, you two, thanks for taking some time to speak with us, both as a couple and individually.
Our pleasure, truly. Yeah, we love the subject, and we wish all those nomads out there to grab life by the balls and bring this world together in a good way. Keep the diversity, keep the magic of each place you go to, and don't keep it intact.
Thank you.